Assalamualaikum and hi guys, Madam Jaswin here. Okay, hopefully you guys are doing well. So today's video we will learn about ventilation system, which is chapter 5. Okay, let's start. So the content of the chapter are introduction, definition and purpose of ventilation, natural ventilation and also mechanical ventilation. For the learning outcome, at the end of the chapter, students should be able to explain definition of ventilation, natural ventilation and mechanical ventilation, list of purpose of natural ventilation and mechanical ventilation, and also able to describe and illustrate types of mechanical ventilation. So let's move to introduction to ventilation system. Since the dawn of humankind, the use of ventilation is very important as it provides the comfortability to the occupant. So ventilation is the changing of air in any space, or we call it circulation. Okay, ventilation includes both the exchange of air to the outside as well as circulation of air within the building. It is one of the most important factors for maintaining healthy indoor air quality in a closed space. Okay, so ventilation system ni adalah sangat penting dalam sesuatu bangunan ataupun rumah dan juga bilik. Okay, so bayangkan kalau rumah dan bilik tak ada tingkap, okay, dan menggunakan ventilation yang tak betul. Okay, contohnya saiz tingkap ataupun saiz ducting yang tak betul juga akan memberi kesan kepada ventilation system. Okay, so bayangkan kalau you dalam bilik yang tak ada tingkap, yang tak ada pengadaraan, you akan rasa panas, tak selesa. Okay, kemudian silap-silap tak cukup oksigen. So setiap bilik, setiap rumah, setiap bangunan mesti ada ventilation system yang betul. Okay, termasuklah kalau you perhatikan store di rumah you tu, okay, design pintu store tu pun ada lubang-lubang. Walaupun store kebanyakannya tak ada tingkap kan, tapi di pintu tu ada lubang-lubang. Itu adalah untuk ventilation system. Okay, next, fresh air is needed for humans. In buildings, removal of stale air, chemical fumes, gases, smoke, heat and other contaminants is essential. Okay, some buildings are designed for natural ventilation and they have their own limitation. Okay, contohnya, kalau rumah you tu ada semua natural ventilation. Natural ventilation bermaksud apa tu? Tingkap, ducting. Okay, so bayangkan kalau kat dapur tu mak you tengah masak and tak ada penyedut asap. Kat dapur tu ada penyedut asap kan. Okay, bayangkan kalau kat rumah itu tak ada penyedut asap, so satu rumah akan bau masakan. Betul tak? Satu rumah akan bau masakan sampai kadang-kadang terlekat bau-bau tu dekat langsir, sofa. Okay. Okay. Next, ventilation system purpose. To prevent depletion of oxygen content of the air. Okay. So kalau you ada pada dalam confined space kan, oksigen tak boleh keluar masuk, boleh akan jadi kekurangan oksigen, boleh sesak nafas. Okay. And next is to prevent undue concentration of CO2 or carbon dioxide, body odors and moisture. Okay. Kalau tak ada tingkap, okay, you lepaskan carbon dioxide. Okay, so akan tingkatkan concentration of CO2. So ada efek tak? Ada kan? Panas, sesak nafas. the others is berbau lah bilik tu. Okay. To remove heat from lighting, people and machinery. Okay, so kalau kat kilang-kilang tu machinery, people akan jadi keluarkan haba kan. So kita kena ada ventilation supaya tak panas dalam bangunan tu. Okay. Next is to remove toxic gases and dust. And lastly, to reduce bacteria. So we move to types of ventilation system. There are two types of ventilation. The first is natural ventilation. Okay. Yang mana tak menggunakan mana-mana alat mekanikal ataupun melibatkan elektrik. So it totally design of the building itself. Okay. So the design allow the udara to come in and udara panas to go out. So while for mechanical ventilation melibatkan device. Okay. Contoh kat sini ialah fan. So fan akan sedut udara segar masuk ke dalam rumah dan keluarkan udara panas keluar. Okay. Contoh yang paling dekat ialah exhaust fan di rumah anda. Okay. Next, we go to natural ventilation. Natural ventilation is the ventilation of a building with the outside air without the use of a fan or other mechanical system. Okay. As we discussed before, the design itself yang membantu pengudaraan. The sources for natural ventilation are wind effect or pressure, stack effect or pressure, and also a combination of wind pressure and stack effect. Okay. So masa arkitek design the structure, dia mengambil kira tiga-tiga efek ni. Okay, stack effect. Okay, maksudnya bila bertingkat-tingkat udara daripada luar yang sejuk akan masuk dan udara panas yang berada dalam bangunan ni akan ikut ducting daripada aras bawah naik sampai ke atas dan lepas keluar. Okay. It is a passive strategy using both wind and temperature differences to cool and ventilate spaces. Okay, so the benefits is improve air quality. Okay, other than that is to increase energy efficiency. Okay, for high building we use a stack effect and a combination of wind pressure and stack effect. Okay. So here is the stack effect. Okay, like I mentioned just now. Okay. So cool air passing through entrance, door and windows. Okay, udara sejuk masuk, and then bila udara sejuk masuk dia akan bertukar dengan dia akan menolak warm air flow through staircase and corridor naik ke atas, and udara yang panas tadi akan pergi ke aras yang atas dan akan melalui ducting keluar. Okay. So stack ventilation, maximum performance when inlet and outlet areas are equal and minimum stack height is 11 feet. Okay, ni designer should be considered when designing a room or building. Next, cross ventilation. Okay, what is cross ventilation? Inlets and outlets located directly opposite each other cool only those area in between in the direct path of the airflow. Cooler effect if you force the air to take a longer path between the inlet and the outlet. Okay, cross ventilation. Okay, contohnya macam dewan, apa lagi? surau open space macam dekat R&R, itu banyak kita nampak cross ventilation. Okay, angin keluar dan masuk. Right? Now we move to upward ventilation. So as you can see here, the warm air will go upward through the ducting at the roof. Okay. It is created by the differences in temperature between the air inside and the air outside a building. Okay, and then the warmer, less dense air inside is displaced by the cooler, denser air from the outside. Okay. So let's go to the obstacle to the use of natural ventilation. Okay, apakah halangan-halangan kekurangan natural ventilation? Smoke control in case of fire is more difficult and may require special equipment and variances in codes. Okay. Sebab apa? Sebab naik atas, bila awak nak naik warmer air tu naik ke atas, ruang dia adalah kecil kan untuk ducting. So bila ada smoke yang besar ataupun terlalu padat sangat, so lambatlah untuk bomba matikan api tu. Okay. Outdoor noise is difficult to manage in a building that relies on operable windows or vents. Okay. Next, acoustic separation between spaces can be difficult to achieve. So bila ada hole ke atas, so acoustic separation tu akan susah untuk dapat. So boleh dengar bising lah kan, boleh dengar apa yang ada kat luar tu. Next, low pressure differences often require large apertures for desired airflow rates. Okay. And outdoor air must be clean enough to introduce directly into occupied space. Okay. So next come to the advantages of natural ventilation. So for sure mestilah sebab apa? Murah. Tetap cheap to install and maintain. Tak menggunakan sebarang electricity. So akan tahan lama. Okay. Tak perlu pun you nak maintain, takkan rosak. Kalau mechanical fan tu, okay, mungkin sampai hayat dia akan rosak. Next, save cost of energy as it does not require any electrical power. Okay, kita dah bincang. Do not make any noise. So we move to mechanical ventilation. Okay. So mechanical ventilation of course akan gunakan mechanical device. Okay. MAVS, Mechanical Assisted Ventilation System, may be applied to dwelling and commercial premises where natural ventilation is considered inadequate or impractical. Dia tak praktikal. Kalau kat kilang nak mengharapkan tingkap je ataupun vent sahaja, tak praktikal. Ya, so perlukan mechanical ventilation. Okay. Kalau kat rumah pun ada juga mechanical ventilation. You perasan tak bila you jalan-jalan kat taman perumahan tu, ada ducting fan, ventilation fan yang berpusing tu. Kat setiap perumahan kan. So itu juga adalah mechanical ventilation. Okay. So dah tahu dah kan konsep dia. Udara yang panas tu akan diserap keluar. Okay. Uses fan to create air change and movement. Next type of mechanical ventilation, natural inlet and mechanical extract. mechanical inlet and natural extract, and also mechanical inlet and mechanical extract. Okay, so natural inlet and mechanical extract, contohnya ialah dekat sini. Natural inlet tingkap, mechanical extract ni yang nak keluarkan haba ni. Next, mechanical inlet and natural extract. Okay, and the third one is mechanical inlet and mechanical extract. Kitchens and bathrooms typically have mechanical ventilation to control both. Okay, so for example, both tu ialah ducting yang both ni, udara bersih masuk dan juga udara keluar masuk dekat device yang sama. Okay. Next, the main component of ventilation is a fan. Okay. Ventilation system can either supply air or exhaust air. Right? They usually work in conjunction with ducting. Okay. Inilah yang kita panggil ducting. Okay. Ducting tu saluran lah. Okay. Contoh sini pun saluran ducting. The ducting helps to distribute the suction and discharge point in a room. Okay. So selalunya you nampak apa panggil ni? Ducting dengan ni dekat bangunan-bangunan macam fakulti, hotel, akan jelas, nampaknya lebih jelas. Dekat rumah kita tak pakai ducting. Okay, jarang. 3 types of fans used for mechanical ventilation system. Okay, the types are propeller fan, centrifugal fan, and axial flow fan. Okay, propeller fan. Untuk propeller, and then axial flow, and also centrifugal fan. Next, we go one by one. First is propeller fan. Develop low pressure, usually placed at the area that not used through long length of ductwork. Consists of 2 or more blades fixed to the hub. Okay, contoh yang you boleh tengok dekat mana propeller fan ni. Okay, kalau your house ada exhaust fan, you boleh perhatikan. Betul tak dia menggunakan propeller fan? Okay. Sebab apa? Sebab usually use that area that not have long length of duct work. Okay. So for the example is wall housing installation. Inilah yang saya cakap tadi tu. Okay. Yang dekat rumah tu. Kalau rumah you all ada, perasan dekat sudut-sudut tu ialah exhaust fan. Okay, so menggunakan propeller fan. Next, centrifugal fan. Develop high pressure and suitable for long length of ductwork. Consists of an impeller that revolves inside casing shape like scroll. Bentuk ni akan nampak selalunya dekat bangunan-bangunan yang besar lah, hotel and faculty for example. Okay, sebab apa? Dia can develop high pressure and stable for long length of ductwork. Dekat kilang. Okay, semuanya guna centrifugal fan. Okay. Contoh installation of centrifugal fan in a one family dwelling. Okay. So ruang yang besar lah, macam tadi yang kita cakap tadi, propeller fan dekat satu ruang tamu. Kalau untuk centrifugal fan adalah untuk satu rumah, satu bangunan. Okay. And then sama juga dengan attic fan dekat atas rumah tu. Next, axial flow fan. Okay. So how axial flow fan works? Okay. So this fan develop high pressure and suitable for long length of ductwork. Okay, lebih kurang sama dengan centrifugal fan. So it consists of impeller with blades of aerofoil section rotating inside a cylinder casing. Macam ni. Okay, centrifugal fans can overcome higher pressure, but they need to be installed on solid basis. Axial fans produce lower pressure and are more compact. They can be hung in line with ducting, thus saving installation space. Next, factors in the design of such system include the flow rate, which is a function of the fan speed and exhaust vent size, and also noise level. Okay. If the ducting for the fans traverse unheated space, example an attic, the ducting should be insulated as well to prevent condensation of the ducting. Direct drive fans are available for many applications. This saves the owner the cost of maintaining and replacing the fan. So we move to installation of duct insulation. So here is insulator material. Okay. So this image shows insulated ducting. Okay. So the reason why we need to insulate the ducting, 10 to 30% of energy used to heat and cool the air in your home is lost to conduction through duct surfaces. Okay. So poorly insulated ductwork result in hard to maintain temperature in rooms served by long duct runs and can add hundreds of dollars a year to your heating and cooling expenses. Okay. We move to advantages of mechanical ventilation. Okay. It can be designed to provide the required amount of air change and air movement. Second, do not consider natural forces which are wind pressure, stack pressure, or a combination of both. So sebagai architect, sebagai designer, if you want to use mechanical ventilation, you don't need to consider this criteria, wind pressure, stack pressure, or a combination of both while designing. So you boleh design dengan lebih mudah lah, dengan banyak pilihan lagi. Okay. So, and develop the consistent process of ventilation. So, goes to disadvantages of mechanical ventilation. So, of course, it's more costly to install and maintain. Okay. Because, sebab apa? Sebab ada ductwork, kan? Sebab kita nak kena pasang, nak kena beli fan. Okay. The system is costly. Okay. Waste cost of energy as it required electrical power to function. And then risk of noise from the fan and ducts. Okay. So ada bunyi bising compared to natural ventilation, just tingkap kan, and vent, so less noise. Okay, so last slide is the differences between natural and mechanical ventilation. Okay, as you all can read here, natural ventilation, naturally occurring, the cost is cheaper, does not require any maintenance, does not use any electrical power, more silent, can be designed for air movement. Okay, so while for mechanical ventilation, made based on invention, the cost for installation is high and expensive. Okay, require monthly inspection and maintenance. Usually use electrical power to operate, making noise during operation. Okay, as we discussed just now, can be designed to provide a positive air change and air movement. And normally fan is used as a component to create air change movement. Okay, so that's all for chapter 5. Okay, I hope you can understand what is natural and mechanical ventilation. Okay, and thank you for watching. Assalamualaikum.